good morning, good morning. If you have a couple blocks, you are gonna love what we're about to do. I would recommend you get a couple blocks, a pillow or a blanket, and let's get started. Take 2 blocks at the lowest setting and place them about 1/3 of the way down your mat. You'll wanna have near you a blanket, because we'll use that, or a pillow for the back of our heads. And then the next step is to sit about 12 feet, 12 inches, not 12 feet because you won't reach it, 12 inches ahead of those blocks. And then lean back. You want the blocks right at your shoulder blades. And then you'll open up through the chest. So this is really intense without a blanket under your head or a pillow. So I would recommend, at least when you first start it, to grab yourself a blanket or a pillow and then let your head drape there. Can you see what we're doing, you guys? This is such a beautiful opener for the heart and the chest. I love this pose so much, and sometimes I'll just roll up a blanket the long way and put that under my shoulder blades. It's a little gentler than these blocks. The blocks are fantastic. The blanket is fantastic. Either way you want to do it, you're going to get this lift in your heart, and that lift translates to more breath in your body. More breath in your body translates to more relaxation, more elimination of metabolic waste, more openness, and you're literally open in the heart. It's just so beautiful. So let's breathe here together for about 5-6 breaths, and let your breath be really big. So you're drawing in through your nose and out through your nose. Feel how the blocks and your back negotiate the breath. The blocks are giving your breath and your back a little feedback. They're pressing up as you push back and expand. Aw, nicely done. That's exactly it. Now we'll tip over to one side and we'll come on up to seated. You could take that blanket if you like, pop the blocks off the mat, and have a seat on your blanket. I always like to sit on a blanket because it takes that grounding out of our low back, which is great, particularly in the morning. So hands are behind your head. You don't have to interlace them. You can just hold them at the back of your head, and your thumbs are dropping down into the back of your neck. Take a full breath here. Exhale it out. Now, draw your elbows towards one another, and then open on an inhale. Relax your shoulders, exhale. Inhale, draw them together. Exhale here. Range of motion, right, you guys? And then open it out. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. You can rub and massage the back of your head and neck if you like. It will only make you feel better as you continue to do this. Draw your elbows towards one another. And then open, full cycle of breath in and out. Really nice. Now from here, you're going to drop your left elbow down, your right elbow will rise up, and then look up towards your right elbow. Can you feel a stretch all through maybe the pectoralis muscle into the actual bicep and a little bit into serratus anterior? So you're opening up the side of the body again, right? Beautiful, faithful effort for increasing our breath. One more breath. And then exhale, come back to center, and we swap. Right elbows down, looking over the left shoulder, breathing with you. Feel where the breath is, feel where the work is. Excellent, come back through center, interlace your hands behind you, and then draw the pinky fingers towards the ceiling. So from the side, it's lifting upward. Now, when I do that, and when you do that, you can see how it rounds the shoulder forward, right? So what we're going to do is, against that, we're going to externally rotate the shoulders. Now you're involving your rhomboids, Squeeze the heels of your hands together. Even if they don't reach, you're going in that direction. Okay, very good. Keep opening up and lengthening through the chest. And we'll take 5 more breaths. If it's too much, you can release your hands. And let it go. Hands are on the knees. And now we're going to spin to the right. So it's really important when you're doing your twist, you spin to the right first. So left hand on the top of the right thigh, and then the right hand is behind you. And you can feel, again, we're going to externally rotate through that right shoulder. You don't have to go far for this pose to work. And you can feel how it stretches open more through the upper left quadrant of your back. And if you're not quite getting that, then move your hand off of your leg towards the floor. And you can even spin your head towards your right shoulder. You don't have to, but it could go in that direction, it's fine. And then fill this thing up with so much air and so much light. Last big one here, inhale. Nicely done, exhale, release it, coming back through center, hands are behind you, open up through the chest, lengthen upward as if your sternum was lifting towards the ceiling. When you exhale, there'll be a natural collapse of the chest, it just kind of happens, but we're working against that to keep the lift in the sternum, the lift in our moods. It actually can translate to better mood, which that's good, especially with all the stresses. It's really nice to have something that can contribute to us feeling better. A lot of the stuff going on is not fixable by us, so we're just, trying to keep our nervous system from frazzling while the world spins. Right hand on the top of your left leg. Left hand is behind you now. And then you're turning, and notice, is it different? Where do you feel the turn? Can you feel it in the lower abdomen? Can you feel it in the mid-abdomen? Would you reach your right hand a little bit past your thigh so that you can maybe even touch the floor and get a deeper release through the upper left back. Right back, so left back is pulling in, right back is stretching out. So good. Take 2 more breaths here. Beautifully done. So unwind it, and then we'll take those blocks again. And if you don't have blocks, you can do this on tented fingers, just like that. And we'll sit away from the blocks. They'll only be a couple inches away from us here. Place your hands on the blocks, and your fingertips are looking away from you. Press your chest forward, open up through the chest, relax through your shoulders here. Really good, keep breathing. Three more, full breath. This is great. Stay with it now. You're going to feel like a new person. Such a great practice to do in the morning to really breathe and open through the chest. Last one here. Inhale. Excellent. And exhale. Let's come on up. And we'll remove the blanket. I'm going to take a downward dog. I'm going to take mine on the blocks. I recommend you do that if you have those blocks. At the lowest setting is your best bet because you get stability there. And it basically makes your arms about 3 inches taller, longer. You can bend your knees. You can send your hips back and give yourself 5 full breaths here. Every exhale, pull your navel deeply into your spine. Last big breath. Inhale. Beautifully done. Exhale, float your shoulders over your wrists. It's a high plank. You can drop your knees to the floor if you like. Take it to low plank and then upward dog. Knees can stay on the floor. And rolling over your toes again, downward dog. One breath here. Exhale. Really good. Let's step the right foot forward. We'll come up into a warrior one. We're moving the block so that your feet have a place to go without tripping. Reach your arms all the way up. Inhale. And then exhale, open warrior two. Reverse the warrior. So you're really feeling that side body stretch. I love this in my practice. And exhale, high plank. Low plank. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. I love it because it really lets our body stretch. You've got hip opening, you've got intercostal releasing. You're relaxing through the shoulders. It's so powerful. One more breath here. And exhale the breath all out. Left foot steps. Warrior one, rise up. And open warrior two. Reverse. Inhale. And exhale, high plank. You can vinyasa if you like, low plank, upward dog. Or just simply move back to downward facing dog. 2 breath here. Good. Bend your knees. We'll come up to the top of the mat. If you have a yoga strap with you today, we will be using that. And what you're going to do is make yourself a little loop-de-loop. So if it's a D-strap, you want it to be about shoulder width, and you're looping it through. Now you can skip this if you don't have a yoga strap, or you could get a towel, like simply a hand towel, and you can hold the hand towel in between your hands behind you. If you have the yoga strap, shoulder width, mine's too big, so tighten it up, and then you place that behind you and your arms are inside it, inside the yoga strap. And again, if you have a towel, you can use that and just try to break the towel apart. Good. Reaching your arms back, externally rotate through your shoulders, break the yoga strap away from itself. So you're trying to move your arms out to the sides of the room. So you're really engaging those muscles of your back. This will help our posture, this will help our breathing, and overall contribute to a deeper letting go, more presence, and openness. 3 more breaths. And then release. So let go of the yoga strap or the towel. And we're coming into a wide-legged forward fold here. So you can take your yoga block at the tallest setting if you like and place that in front of you to begin. Hands are on your frontal hip bones. Bend into your knees, you guys, and then pitch yourself forward. So your thigh bones go straight up towards the ceiling, and then the pelvis tips over it. You can place your forehead or the frenulum, the very top of the head, onto the block, as long as it isn't cramping your neck at all. Or you can skip the block here. Your toes are pointing in towards one another, your heels are slightly out, and then go ahead and press into the outer edges of your feet, lifting up through the back of your legs for 5. Relaxing your jaw and face. And then walk your hands over to your right leg. Left hand can be on your left foot or left lower leg, as long as you're not on the knee. So it can be left lower leg, left foot, right hand on your right hip, and you'll spin to the right. You can float that right arm up if you like. Tip yourself forward, forward folds. We always tip forward, not back. Breathing here. Give yourself this chance to release into this pose. 5. little bit more. Very nicely done. Both hands are down. Drop your head through center, 2 breaths. And then we'll go to the other side. Reach your right hand to your left foot, maybe past your left foot or on your left leg with your right hand. Left hand comes up to that frontal hip bone. Tip yourself forward and spin. And then you can go ahead and lift that left arm up if you want a little more. So you want to always twist with a straight spine. That's good spinal health. And above all, we want integrity in our spine. So allow that in and take 3 more breaths here. And slowly close it up. Top of the head reaches to the floor. 2 more breaths. Nice. Now bend into your knees. We'll come on up to standing. And then from here, we'll do a little bit of a skandasana. It's a variation to open up the inner thighs. And our warrior 2 helps us open, but this one's going direct target. Okay, so now your toes are going opposite. You're going to have them face the short part of your mat. You'll bend into that right knee. Take the block if you like. You can lower it. You can lengthen your feet away from one another and come down further, or you can stay up. It's really up to you. Some of you are probably going to put your forearms on the floor. Others of you are going to have yourself on a tall block or a coffee table, footstool, something. So find you and then honor that space. Let your tailbone tilt up a little bit more so the sitting bones are trying to reach towards the ceiling. You can be on the left heel or your left toes can be down. So that's just a matter of comfort, and they have slightly different imprints when we're feeling the stretch, but just play with what works best for you. 2 more breaths here. And then up through center, and we'll go to the other side. So you'll notice we're holding some of these a little bit longer today. And this is part of how we cultivate flexibility and strength. We have to hold poses. If we move through them too fast, then we don't get that benefit. You do get a cardio benefit if you're moving through vinyasas, for example, but you're not going to get the lengthening and strengthening that we really need at this point in the lifespan. So very important. And we'll take 3 more breaths. Both legs are long. Turn the toes back in. Prasarita Padottanasana. This time you can take hold of the back of your legs. If you like, you can be on the calves or the thighs or all the way down by the heels. Maybe you're even standing on your heels. Tipping yourself forward, lifting up through the perineum so root chakra is engaged. You may even lift through the second chakra. Mula Bandha, you can lift and really create these energetic powerhouses inside your body. It's very, very cool. 2 more breaths. Nicely done. Bend into your knees. We'll come on up to standing. Very good. Step to the top of your mat. You can vinyasa through, or you can just lay back down and we'll meet you on the floor. Inhale, both arms are up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, come to a high plank. Low plank. Toes go back. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Nicely done. Let's come onto our knees. You can reposition that blanket or pillow underneath your head if you like for a little comfort as you relax for a few moments together. You can even pop your blocks underneath the back of your legs. Kind of catty corner, sort of looking at each other. Feet are out to the side, arms are up to the ceiling, and breathe. one more breath here. Really nicely done. Exhale it all out. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. I will see you next time.